Oh, I've had too many noodles. Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Joffy Noodle Legs once again today. Today I've got an unboxing today. A new spider from So Many Legs. Let's just have a little bit of a tidy up, guys. Got a TV remote stuck there for some reason. Yeah, got a delivery from So Many Legs. As you know, I highly recommend these sellers to you as they're fantastic. They always give you really great spiders and good value for money, to be honest, and their prices are really good. So I highly recommend you guys checking out So Many Legs if you haven't already. Yeah, so let's get on with the first part of the unboxing. Obviously, let's get the spider out of the box. This arrived some morning, a day early, I think, because Andy's going to be busy at the weekend with BTS coming up. If any of you go into that, I hope you have a wonderful time. Sadly, I'll be at work, so I won't be available to be going to it this year. So anyway, yeah, I got this morning from So Many Legs. So here we go. Let's just unbox this for you. We'll have the traditional box in a box. There we go. Great packaging as always from Andy. Well done, mate. I doubt if there's going to be heat pack in there. I wouldn't have thought so this time of year now. We are a little bit warmer than we normally are. I don't know the size of the spider. It is a juvenile. So let's have to have a little look. Before, I've got a couple of spare juvenile enclosures. You know, I use the Exoterras, the large sort of ones, terrariums, or I use the Exoterra breeding boxes, depending on the size of the spider. So just get rid of some of these packing peanuts. Lovely. There we go. Just always check your box, guys, just in case, you know, they might have chucked in a sticker or something like that for you. There we go, not today. But yeah, always check your boxes. Get rid of those out of the way, guys. Oh, well done, just dropped the box on the floor. At least it ain't the phone. Right, let's have a little look. Looks like it's quite a small one, so I might be using one of my breeding boxes. And today we've got the Brachypelma Emilia. So that's another one from my Brachypelma collection. It does look, it's going to be, I'd say, about 4 centimeters, maybe 5. So I think we could probably get away with using the one of the breeding boxes. So what I'm going to do, guys, is get the breeding box, give that a little wash out, and we'll set that up, shall we? So let's do that now. Right, so here we are. We've got one of these little Exoterra sort of breeding boxes. They're okay, you know, they're not massive. These are great for sort of small juveniles and maybe some overgrown sort of slings that are getting towards their juvenile state. I do have another one, and I might be rehousing my Grammostola polka into that at some point. Let's just have a little look. Let's give this a little dry. I have given it a wash out. So yeah, these are kind of nice for a smaller one. You know what I mean? Obviously, if this, when I take the spider out and I feel that's too small for it, I will set up a completely new setup. So this video, which could hopefully be quite a reasonably short video, could turn out to be a long one, depending on the size of the spider. So let's just bring you down a little bit there, just so we got some sort of, so you can see a little bit what I'm doing. So what we're going to do first is put some substrate in there. Let me find one of my little pots that I use for substrate. Here we go. Let's have a go, guys. This is substrate I'm using. It's the last bit of my Eco Earth brick with a bit of vermiculite in there. I believe there's a little bit of sand in there. Don't need too much in these boxes, to be honest, because it's not very deep, not very big. So what I will do is obviously make it a little bit on one side, a little bit deeper, just to encourage it to burrow. Got a little bit of cork bark, which I'm going to try and create a burrow in for the animal. Let's dig it out a bit. I want it to have a nice little home. We'll pop that bit there. Yeah, I do tend to try and give my spiders that option to burrow. These terrestrial species are, you know, opportunist burrowers, and they will burrow given that chance. So what I'm going to do is make that a little bit deeper there and sort of burrow it out there. There we go, just to encourage it. I can use my ender paintbrush just to wiggle it down a little bit, just to give that encouragement for it to burrow if it wants to. Yeah. Let's see how this goes, guys. I've got a bit more substrate here. Let's pop a bit more on the top there. A bit more over here. Just flatten that down for it. That's it. Again, I won't know its sex. It's an unsexed juvenile. Yeah. I want to give it a good, nice deep substrate in here. There we go, guys. It's quite nice there, isn't it? Quite nice, and like I said, you're not going to get very much deep substrate in these because I say they're not that big or deep, these little breeding boxes, but for a spider the size I think it's going to be, it's probably going to be a good size for it, to be honest. I'm going to just pop a little water dish in there, build that up around the water dish. There we go. I'm not going to overdo too much in this because it's not going to be a big spider, so I'm going to put a little bit of plant in there, fake plant in one corner there. I've got an extra little bit of bark, I might pop that there, give it something to so if it decides to burrow down there, it can. So yeah, simple little setup, to be honest. Like I said, I don't know the size of the spider yet, so it might be rehousing it anyway if it comes out a little bit larger than we think. But that's a simple little setup, I think, for it. Should we have a little look? There we go. Let's just zoom out slightly. There we go. Simple little setup for little juveniles. It's got a nice little hide down there for it to burrow into. Yeah, a little bit of fake plant. Another bit of cork bark there for it. It's just something for it to climb on, like a different texture, if you like, and a water bowl. Obviously, let's put some water in there for it. Now, so we don't need to go over the top with this species. For a little juvenile, because this will not be its forever home, will it? You know, it will be going into an exoterra, won't it, at some point with me? So this is just like it's this little home for now. Yeah, let's just try and see if I can move that a little bit, guys. See if you can see anything at all. Yeah, that's okay for the moment. Yeah, I think I'll drop a little bit of leaf litter in there as well. Just give it like a bit of different texture. Climb on. There we go. Let's see if we've got a little leaf here. Quite nice. I might see if I can actually put the whole leaf on there. Oh, if it looks a bit daft, maybe just break it down slightly. Put like a a whole leaf on there, so it's got again a little bit of a different texture to sort of walk upon. Yeah, so that's quite nice, isn't it? So it's got a bit more leaf litter in there, and they can use the leaf litter in their webbings and all sorts of things really. So I think that's a nice little setup for the juveniles. Hope that it's going to be the right size for it. So what we're going to do now then is pop the spider in. So right, here we are, we're ready now. So I brought your camera down a bit lower, so hopefully we can see something of the spider. Let's just pop the little spider in there for the moment, and just pop the little lid over there. Hopefully that won't fall off. Again, it's just basically because if the spider does dash out and goes in that direction, which I hope it does, or I hope it doesn't dash, I just hope it goes in that direction, we can stop it from sort of escaping. Maybe if I just try and move the camera slightly, maybe, just maybe. Let me just bring these legs up a bit better, mate, on these on this, and then try and see if I can bring the actual thing down. I'm not very good with tripods, as you can probably tell. Right, so I think that's the best I'm going to get it, guys, to be honest. So what we need to do next is take our time, as I always say. Be calm and gentle with your spider. Always be prepared for the spider to be at the top. So just going to get the tweezers just to move. Hopefully it's all going to be in one. Yeah, it looks like it's going to be in one. So fingers crossed we should be able to move the whole. There we go. I like that. There we go. So what we've got to do now is try and sort of find the end of the tissue very gently and just sort of open it. Try not to use your hands, guys. Although this is a New World spider, don't take any risks to yourself or the spider at any time. Okay, these are New World. They do possess urticating hairs, and obviously brachypelmas are not too shy to use them. Now I can see the spider. Yeah, I think this is a great size enclosure for it. I'm going to try and encourage it to come out. Here we are, baby. Are you upside down? I'm so sorry, darling. Let me turn you around that way. I know the video not going to see much, but you were upside down, weren't you? Hey? Here we go, sweetheart. There we go. Here we are. Shall we open it and have a little look at the spider? Yeah, I think this enclosure could be a good little size for it at the moment. Here we go, sweet pea. Gonna come off there now? Here we are. Nice and slow, guys. Keep hold of the tissue with one and just sort of slowly move it, and keep your little paintbrush in contact with your spider so it knows it's not a threat. Here we are, my darling. You're in the noodle room now, and in the noodle room there's a couple of rules. Minimum hair kicking, no threat poses, and no bolting. There we go. That was quite nicely done, wasn't it, guys? Shall we have a little look at the spider? Let's take you a bit closer if I can. There we go. That's the Brachypelma amelia. Yeah, I'd say it's about 4 centimetres, maybe 5 at a max. So I think the enclosure is actually quite a good size. If we sort of zoom out, we can see the size of the spider to the enclosure. What do you guys think? That's a good size for the spider? Does that leaf look a bit weird? We can make a decision on that, and I already have, and I think it looks weird. So I'm going to take that off, and I'm going to crumble it and put some little bits of crumbles up there for it. Yeah, but this is, don't be afraid to think, oh yeah, no, that doesn't look right, that looks weird. But here we go. Nice little home for it. It should hopefully settle in very well to its new little house. Like I said, these are a new world species, terrestrial, opportunist burrowers, like all brachypelmas. So always try and give it that offering, and I think this is a nice size, to be honest. Enclosure for it. As you can see, it's got a nice sort of deep substrate there if it does want to burrow down. When it molts out to another size or two, another couple of molts, then I could maybe move it over to the larger Exoterra juvenile. Yeah, it's not too dissimilar in size to my Brachypelma classy, what I got from the So Many Legs. But yeah, beautiful, beautiful spider. Let me see if it looks any better with the light off. There we go. That's nice. Yeah, so that went quite nice and smooth, didn't it? Yeah, New World spider, Herticating hares, terrestrial. They do like it. Their temperatures, I tend to keep these between 24 and 27 degrees. I would say their humidity will probably be about 40% to 45%, and that's created with this. They do like a drier sort of environment. Obviously coming from Mexico, they will like a sort of drier environment. She's found a, or he has found it, this hide. So yeah, try and keep it dry. This substrate is a tiny little bit damp, but that dries out with the heat of the room, and it's only damp because it's been in my sort of a substrate container. But yeah, I think it's going to like this little home here. Yes, any more information? Yeah, this size, I will be feeding it smallish sort of crickets and small sort of locusts, the odd sort of smallish mealworms, small wax worms. So I give it a varied diet. Just gonna have a little explore. Yeah, give it a little bit of a varied diet. Always provide your spider with water. They're like a waterfall. She's gorgeous the way it moves so slow. Absolutely beautiful. Always provide them with water, guys. Don't just sort of spray it down once a week, because that's not necessarily the best thing for the spider. You know, a water bowl is giving them a source of water at all times. She's discovered where the water is with her feet there, so she knows where that is if she wants a drink. Yeah, give them a nice supply of water at all times. Yeah, keep them at good temperature, so that they are from a warm part of the world. So give them that sort of warmth, and they should thrive. Yeah, she's thinking about climbing up. So again, I'm not going to have an escapee, so just going to pop the lid on the top there. Another good thing about these enclosures is actually the lids. I'm going to pop the lid on, guys, just in case she does want to have a little climb. The lids on these do have a nice big opening, as you can see. So that's another good thing about these sort of controls. Yeah, so I've just put the lid on just simply because she is having a little clamber up. Because it's a new environment, you'll find sometimes when you get a new spider, it will climb the walls, it will climb the roof, and it will stay up there for a day or so. And that to me is just them acclimatizing to their new environment. She's had a big, or he's had a big couple of days. It's been boxed up, it's been moved, it's in a new place, it's got different air, it's got different, everything's different. So it's going to be a little bit scared. So just respect that and give it a nice sort of place where it's a bit quiet, you know, a bit dark, and it's, you know, so they can settle in. So at the moment it's going to be going down onto my my bottom shelf, just down there for the moment, because it's a bit darker down there. Still going to get a nice warmth because it's quite close to the heat source there. And I'll let it settle in for a couple of days, and then I will temp feeding it and see how we get on with that. Of course, I'll keep you up to date with the Brachypelma amelia I've got to think of a name for her. I do try to give my spiders names. Normally my son has that privilege of doing that. So there we are. Not a lot else I can tell you about it, apart from, you know, they are quite slow growers, the Brachypelmas, but keep its conditions right, keep its husbandry right, and it will do very well. And it will probably might even molt quicker than before, because like my Grammostola Polkapes, I've had it 3 months and it's molted twice. You know, so it must be nice and warm for them, and getting the right amount of food supply for it to be able to grow. I tend to feed these size spiders every 2 to 3 days, you know, because they are a growing animal. I don't give them big meals at a time. I give them sort of medium, small size meals. Number of reasons. I don't want to gorge feed it. If you gorge feed it, your spider's going to eat a lot of food and disappear down into the hide, and you won't see it. But this way, you'll get to see a spider a bit more, because it will be out and about looking for food. And also, it's a good way to monitor the intake of the food, because you can see the size of your spider and what size food to give it. You know, obviously when it grows bigger, the spider will have a bigger food source. But as she is, obviously she's quite young, so she's not showing those gorgeous colours just yet. She will do. But she's a beautiful spider. I'm really happy to have her in my collection. Right, so before we go, obviously I'd like to thank a few people. I'd like to thank Andy from So Many Legs for sending me this beautiful spider. He's gone out his way to post it earlier, say for me, because of the BTS show. He could have told me to wait till after then, and I'll wait another week or so. But he sent it out to me earlier than because he normally sends out on a Tuesday for Wednesday deliveries. So this week he sent out on a Monday for me. So I got it today. I'd like to thank a few YouTubers out there, YouTube channels that I watch regularly, and I highly recommend you watching because they're fantastic channels, fantastic people, got lots of experience in keeping invertebrates, so please check them out if you're new to the hobby, or if you are not new to the hobby and looking maybe to get a new spider. I'm sure they're going to have videos for the one you're looking for on their channel. So that's, go and check out Robbie's Talking Teas, check out Mark the Spider Guy, Spider Mum 1978, Incredible Inverts and Other Animals, Unusual Pets, RS Designs, Reptile Innovations, Annie's Arachnids, Tea in the Deep Blue Sea. I'm just looking at the beautiful spider. 8 Legs 4 Wheels. All these amazing channels. Dave's Little Beasties, Tarantula Dan, Bethany Spiders. All amazing channels, guys. Check them all out. They're fantastic. They're fantastic people as well. Peter Webster, go and watch the King of Unboxing. Go and watch his channel. It's great fun. Yeah, there's so many great channels out there. Especially, please check out Mark Spider Guy. His channel is fantastic. Let's get his subscriptions up. He deserves a lot more than what he's on at the moment. So please go over to watch Mark the Spider Guy and give him a subscription, please, guys. And watch his brilliant rehousings. He does amazing rehousings. He's got so many spiders. He's got so much experience. So I'm still quite a new keeper. I'm still well under a year of keeping spiders. I do have a reasonable sized collection now, up to about 16 or so. But it's enough for me to handle. But Mark has loads, and he can tell you a lot of information about different species, and yeah, he's got some fantastic unboxings. So go and check his channel out, please, Mark Spider Guy, and check out everyone else like I've mentioned, please, because they're fantastic channels. A lot of them just don't get a lot of recognition that they deserved, you know. And Mark is one of them, you know. And please go and help out Phil. His Incredible Inverts and Other Animals. He's getting close to his 1,000 subscriptions. So go over and help him out with that, please, guys. Really appreciate it. And go and check out, obviously, Derek's Reptile Innovations. It's fantastic because he doesn't just do spiders. He does a lot of sort of like builds for for your reptiles and things like this, and he goes through explaining a lot of other things about keeping them, about the keep and the husbandry of them. So go and check them out, please, guys. Anyway, until next time, look after yourselves, look after your spiders, and I really hope I see you all soon.